Ever since I was a child, I've loved automobiles. My father drove a V8 Dodge, big old shiny wheels. To him it was just transport with little to endear. But that old car would set the course for me throughout the year. Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars. Be it for
All right, Scotty, g'day, and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad. Now, we've come to your man cave. You've invited me down.
Yes.
Mate, my first words are, wow, this is a fantastic man cave.
It's getting there. It's been a long process. We moved here about 12 months ago.
Yep.
Took approximately 5-6 months with a heap of friends to make it all happen, but it's come up really good. Very, very happy. So
You got a lot of things going on. We'll go through each of the different areas a little bit later on. But obviously you started off with a bare shell.
yeah, it was basically a bare carcass. So again, lined all the walls, did all the tin, all the flooring, everything else. Yeah, it's been a big process, long process.
Now, the funny thing is, coming into the property, obviously there's some other things that need to be done because you're on a bit of acreage here. And I can see that there's a lot of work in progress in landscaping, that kind of stuff. But obviously the man cave was first. Why is that?
100% priority there, Rusty. We had to get the man cave done first. It was first, second and third priority, actually. And fortunate to have a few good friends to give me a hand to do it. So I've been very lucky.
All right, now I want to get down into why people love man caves. So for you personally, why did you want to spend not only a lot of time and effort to actually create this, but also, financially it does cost a bit of money as well?
There's only one answer for that. Somewhere to hide away from the wife and the kids. So
I think it's more than that, mate.
no, it's good because again, you'll see shortly. I've got a couple of friends over Saturday afternoon, and come over, socialise, play a bit of pool, watch Channel 31 on the TV, and then go for a ride on the bikes. So it's a bit of a meeting place. It's good. We've had a couple of parties here and some good times. It's just a nice little getaway. Just a bit of a retreat. So.
And where you can decorate it for yourself with all your man cave kind of stuff, but also you do know that the family does come involved in your man cave and come down. They spend a lot of time here as well.
Yeah, 100%. The kids come down here, and just last night my son and his little friend were down here playing the pool, and daughter was on the pinball machine. So it's actually good. You spend some time together with the family as well.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win.
All right, mate. Well, you're going to take us through, so let's go and have a look.
All right, let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Massive fan of Casey Stoner, Mick Dillon, Valentino Rossi. A few trophies from the old days when he used to take me Quacker and his Z1000 out to motorbike rallies. He used to do all different events and show and shines and etc. And won a few trophies and awards up the back there. And yes, goes back a fair way, goes back to about 2099. And that wall's just general, again, some life memorabilia. Big fan of Craig Lowndes. And just some, general man cave stuff.
All right. Now, obviously you're into cars and bikes, and I think it goes hand in hand.
Yep.
What do you think?
More bikes.
Oh, you more bikes?
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
more bikes.
We've got more bikes here than cars.
That's exactly right. I got the HQ Monaro approximately 5-6 years ago, and like cars, don't get me wrong, don't love them. So I'm definitely more into the motorcycles. I've had quite a few, and got a few here now. It's I don't know. Do enjoy both, but if I had to choose, definitely the motorcycles.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
I'm not trying to choose, but I think there is a definite link between classic car lovers and motorbike lovers as well.
Could not agree more.
Yeah.
And you'll find with a lot of car clubs, even motorbike clubs, especially, as I said, the car clubs, there's a lot of guys that have half a dozen motorcycles, and especially the old vintage bikes as well, which is quite surprising. So if we got a 1970 HQ Monaro, for example, I'll have 1970 model motorcycles.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It's
We even get people getting 1970 Caravan to go behind the car.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
There you go. So more motorbikes. I do enjoy it, and
So you get out on the bike?
I do. Not often enough. Too busy working on them, but the vintage bikes are as much as I adore them, they're very hard to ride. A lot of maintenance, and being British bikes, the levers are on the other side. So if I jump on the Harley Davidson or a Quacker, you ride along, that's fine. If you go up on the AJS or a Norton, reverse levers. So if you think you're going to change your gear, you actually hit the brakes.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. And as I said, the maintenance on them can be quite high. They're forever leaking oil.
Yeah.
Can't stop that. It's just old bikes.
All right. Well, let's go through some of these old bikes.
Yeah. We've got a 1949 AJS 500 single. I bought this bike approximately 10, 11 years ago now. Great bike to ride. Again, had a lot of issues with maintenance over the years, but good fun to ride. Very slow, and yeah, good fun.
All right. How many cc's is it?
500.
All right.
500 single.
And what was? Did you say the year or not?
1949.
1949.
Yeah.
She is an old.
She's an old
bike.
girl. She's an old girl, and
Now I'm getting a bit of a thing that your old man was into
he was.
bikes. So
Yes.
obviously, is that how you got into bikes?
It
Especially
is,
old
yes,
ones?
it is. Yeah, it is. Actually, two of these bikes that you'll see shortly were both my father's.
Oh, okay.
So when he passed away, I inherited the bikes.
Yeah. And he kept them for that long.
He did, yeah. He had over 50 bikes over the period of his
Oh, you're
life.
kidding?
No, he brought and sold a lot of bikes. And,
Yeah.
I'm glad I got these two. It's the next bike you'll see, so it's got a magnificent story to it. And, he was exceptionally working on motorcycles. He's forgotten more than I'll ever know.
Yeah. Okay.
Very, very smart with his hands, and a real passion for it.
Yeah.
I don't want to work, I just want to ride them.
Yeah.
So that's I struggle because not having his knowledge, and I do rely on other people to help me, obviously, with the older stuff. So
Yeah.
my father could just do whatever you have to do to make it work.
Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars.
This here is a 1954 Norton Dominator. Very rare bike. It's got the racing tank on it, but it's got a fantastic story. Would have been 2010 or 2011, a guy by the name of Norm Frost asked my father to rebuild the bike. Now, Norm had had it for approximately 30 or 40 years. My father said, yeah, no worries, we'll get the bike built. He brought it around about 25 boxes. So the whole bike was completely stripped. We had no manuals, no nothing on it. My father did it part-time after work, and it took him approximately 2 years to rebuild the bike.
Jeez.
To as it is, to redoing the spokes, making up parts that are no longer available. He was a fitter and turner. So anyway, cut a long story short, he completed the bike, would have been probably 2013.
Yep.
And 2012, 2013, returned it to Norm. And Norm fell ill, and not long after passed away. Norm never got to ride the bike.
Oh.
And Dad gave it to him, prepped, oiled, fueled it, ready to go. Didn't even start the bike. Anyway, it would have been 12 months after that, Norm left it to my father in his will, which is a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah.
And would have been probably 6 months after that again, my father fell ill and passed away.
Oh.
So still to this day, since 2012,
Yeah.
the bike hasn't been ridden.
All right.
It's still got the fuel, it's still got the oil. When I'm ready, I will ride it. But he's done a beautiful job putting the bike back together, considering there was nothing to go off.
Yeah.
We couldn't get manuals, and it was a labour of love.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a nice gesture for Normie Frost to give it to my father. To
Yeah,
leave it to
absolutely.
him. This is a thank you for everything that he'd done. But
Yeah.
it's a shame that my father never had the chance or opportunity to take it for a ride.
Okay, now
So, yeah.
I know it's very sad. I want to ask this question because I think
Yep.
people are going to ask
Yep.
at home. Why haven't you ridden it yet?
Just not ready. Right time, right place. I'll probably wait another 12 months.
Yeah,
A couple of things need to be done to the bike now. I do have a couple of oil leaks,
yeah.
and I'll probably take it out for my dad's birthday next year.
Oh, that'd be
it's
very
gonna
nice.
Game plan. We've got oils, fork seals are starting to leak.
Yeah.
And I've got a
Just
top
from
end.
sitting so long?
Yeah, for sitting so long, yeah. It's but I will definitely get out 100%. Another 12 months and should really go.
Now, you're doing a memorial for your father, aren't you?
Yes,
So is that for the memorial? You
yeah,
get
no,
right for the
yeah,
memorial or
no,
not?
no, I'm not going to take that bike. We're doing a heavily involved with Team Kill Cancer, and we've got a ride coming up on the 6th of December. 4 days. It's a 1,000k ride to raise money for people who are suffering from cancer. And we did a ride, as you saw on the other wall, the last previous years in the just for the fallen fathers. And this year we've decided to change tactics and do it for TKC. So I'll be taking a Harley. It'd be nice to take one of the older bikes, but it's just too far. A 1,000k ride, reliability is not there. So I'll take the Harley, and we've got about 15, 16 guys going. We've got some good sponsorship on board.
Right, who are some of those sponsors?
We've got Kilmore and Seymour Toyota, Harley in Geelong, and I'm waiting on about 2 or 3 others to come through next week.
Well, I hope it all goes well for
Yeah,
you, mate.
well, I'm really looking forward to being a great ride with a great bunch of guys for a fantastic cause.
Yeah, no, terrific.
So that'll be great. This bike here is a 1956 ES2 Norton, again 500 single cc, and this is my father's pride and joy. This was his favourite bike of all the bikes he ever had. He did a full rebuild on this in 2009, and I have ridden this since he has passed, and it's an absolutely beautiful bike to ride. It's a lot better than the AJS because it does have suspension in the rear, so it's just a nice, comfortable, easy to ride. Not a lot of power again, but it's just, yeah, magic bike to ride.
Well, the old bikes aren't really about power, are
No,
they?
they're not, but it's just, everything's stable and it handles well for a very old bike. You just feel comfortable on it. And he's done a wonderful job in doing it up. So.
Well, let me say this. I won't talk about your HQ because it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But my HQ, standard stock 253.
Yep.
Right, V8.
Yes.
Now, in the time it was good,
That's
but
right.
now V6 will blow
That's
it off
exactly
the
right.
doors.
That's
but I
exactly
still
it.
love
But you still love
driving
it. It's not about the power.
That's right.
It's good to see some of the old bikes that are actually been well maintained, well looked after, and you can get on them and go where you want.
Exactly.
And I've got full faith in this bike where the AJS and the Dominator still needs a little bit of things done. The AJS a couple of times has let me down, a lot more maintenance, but this thing just seems to go and have no issues with it whatsoever. Good brakes, nice riding position, and it's good.
All right. So when you're riding these old style bikes compared to maybe, I won't say, well, let's say the Harley, okay? So let's say the Harley.
Yep.
Is it a different style of riding that you need to do?
100%, yes. I mean, even though it's been up on the bikes, you've got to allow for the skinny tyres, you've got to allow for the very, very poor brakes. A couple of times I've been out in the rain on this bike, and they're not nice.
No.
Not nice at all. No. From the slippery seat to small little handlebars and old grips, and it's a totally different riding style. It's you can't compare. You just got to take it easy.
Right, so you wouldn't be putting your knee down?
No, pretty good with that things. Put your knee down, you're falling off. So
Yeah.
it's different riding style totally.
Okay.
Still very enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This here's my 1977 Z1000. It started off as a Eddie Lawson replica. If you don't know much about the Z series, you've seen the movies Mad Max, a bit of a cult bike, you could say. Brought this when I was 19, so 5 years ago, of course. And I stripped the bike. A mate of mine, Tomo, gave me a hand, and I did the majority of the work again, and put a larger Wiseco kit in it, and decided to totally change the bike from Renthal handlebars to Harley Davidson grips to it's got a Suzuki back end in it, and it's been a wonderful bike. I've done more Ks on this bike than all the other bikes combined.
Yeah.
And it's been an absolute wonder. My wife and I have been all over Victoria and listening to all the club rally events and rides you see up on the walls there, and was in the Z Owners Club for many, many years, and it just never missed a beat, never let me down. Just a good, solid Japanese bike to ride, and it turns heads, and the paint's 20 years old, but it still looks $1 million. And she's done a lot of Ks on this bike, a hell of a lot of Ks, and Whether it be it's been a Mildura, it's been a Warrnambool, and it's been all around the state several times. Dirt roads in the old days. And,
okay.
Yeah, when we were teenagers, and it's a beautiful machine, and not once she stopped there.
And you know the funny thing I know about bikes, the older bikes have got the better cushioned seats, where the newer ones.
My word.
If you ride those for 1,000 Ks,
my word.
I'm looking at that Kawasaki.
It is very, very comfortable. Funny story. Quite regularly when we go and used to go on the Z Club rallies, I'd have my wife Danielle on the back and she'd fall asleep. She'd be on the highway somewhere trying to get home or on the way to the rally, and you'd feel this bang in the back of your head. Turn around, she's asleep. Because they are very, very comfortable bikes to be on.
How can you ever go to sleep on a bike?
We did that many Ks. It's just a comfortable bike to ride. Just floats on the road beautifully. It's just, good machine.
It looks it.
Well, as you said, some of the modern bikes, I tried to put on the back of the Harley, and we went 10 Ks up the road. She gave me a tap on the shoulder and she said, let's go home.
Yep.
Too uncomfortable. So, you're right, proves the point. The cushion seats on the Nortons are the size of them. Huge.
Yeah.
If you get a sore bomb on that, well, you've got problems.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Okay, and the last one?
Last one we got is a 2018 Harley Davidson Breakout. Never thought I'd buy a Harley. This is the second one I've had.
So why did you think you'd never buy a Harley?
Only purely the influence of my father. He's always joked about Harley Davidsons. If you buy a Harley, you have to buy a trailer. So
I've heard that before.
Yeah, because you're always breaking down. But, I'm very happy with it. I was happy with my last one, and that was 2016. This is the latest model, and very, very comfortable bike, and they've changed a lot. Taken a lot of the vibration out of the bikes, better handling, a lot better brakes, and it's actually very enjoyable to ride, and that's the bike I'll be taking the Team Cook Cancer Harley one in December.
And the handlebars on this bike, are they nearly the monkey bar type?
They are, and again, it's I would just put them on recently. It's more
can I ask why?
It's actually comfortable.
It is. Okay.
Believe it or not, it's actually very comfortable to ride. Long distance.
I'm going to ask a stupid rusty question.
Never silly.
Okay, when you jump off the bike, are your arms still up in the air like a monkey?
No. You don't walk around waving like this. No. It's a lot of people said, "Oh, how can that be comfortable?" But surprisingly, it is. Just the angle of the seat and everything else, it works well together.
Yeah. And actually, the foot pegs for the feet to move over when you're doing long touring to be able to stretch out.
That's exactly right. So the four controls on them actually gives a really smooth, comfortable riding position.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, it's funny. We're talking about the seats of the 50s and 40s and 70s bike. I just spent an absolute fortune on a 2018 bike to get a comfortable seat.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is amazing. They used to make them a lot better 30 years ago than what they do now.
So even some of the I remember some of the older Harleys actually had a seat that was likely to put your one bum cheek on.
I don't know how. I've got no idea. I took a mate of mine, Vic. He's got a Harley. And I took his for a ride from here to Tallawhoop and back, and I got it back and didn't walk for a day. My backside was a bit bruised. It's just not.
Vic wasn't on the back, was he?
No. He wishes he was. He not enjoyable at all to ride.
Fair enough.
But they've come a long way, the Harleys, and as I said, she's a good machine. So looking forward to taking on our one.
Yeah, no, good one.
Yeah.
Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars.
This is a bit of a memorial for my father, who passed away 4 years ago now. So just got his history of serving for Australia in the Army, in the military. I've got his FJ holding up there that I bought for him for his 60th birthday. And just some of his memorabilia in life. Just general memorial for your father.
All right. I'd like you to go through not everyone, but just the
This one's a prime example. This one here is you can see all the lines, obviously. They're all different areas that Dad had ridden his classic motorcycles all over Australia. He'd gone all the way up to Cape York, and all the way to Perth, and been up the guts to Alice Springs, and etc. And all he's done his fuel economy, his times and his dates. Just something he's done. This over here is heavily involved in the Classic Motorcycle Club. And they do the annual Classic Otway run. So each part is part of the motorcycle for each year that you do. Up here we've got the memorial run for my father that half a dozen of us did approximately 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
And and the rest of it's just dedicated to Dad in regard to him being serving in Malaya and serving the Army for Australia.
All right. So what was his rank?
Don't know.
Can't tell by the uniform?
No. It's just normal Army.
All right. Now,
Yeah,
another
sure.
technical question.
Yep.
How old was he in that photo?
He was 19.
Oh, good. I'm back.
Yeah, he was
I was only 19.
Yep, he was 19 that photo.
Did he ever speak about his...
Not really. No.
Not many do they?
No, he's... No, I didn't really ask him either, to be perfectly honest. He got a quite sort of a gentleman in a funny way.
Yeah.
But his love for his family, and the greatest thing was when he got that FJ Holden. But, good story behind that. A very good friend of his, Bob Wagstaff, had the car for approximately 15 years, and Dad had begged to buy the car. He said, no, not for sale. But 5 years ago, sorry, when he turned 60, we purchased a car and brought him down to the house to surprise him.
All right.
And he thought he was going to be looking after the car while his mate Bob Wagstaff was overseas.
Yeah.
And he didn't believe that I'd actually brought him the car. My mother and myself had bought the car for him for his birthday.
Yeah, that's
so
nice.
he loved it. His pride and joy.
What was the significance of that particular car?
It's exactly the same car as what he had when he was 20 or 21 years of age. I don't know. I think he was 21.
Yeah.
And it was his favourite car. And he always said, I think in life he wanted to buy again.
Okay.
Was an FJ Holden.
Yeah.
And apart from the colour, it's pretty much the same sort of car.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And what are you doing putting up tin signs of me up there? What's this one? I'd rather burn out than go rusty.
My father was, he loved his classic motorcycles, and he didn't really like the new bikes a great deal, and there's always a rivalry with guys in his motorbike clubs, especially regarding Triumphs, and as you can see, I'd rather push me Norton than ride a Triumph.
Yeah.
And if only knew right now, if you were still here, I think you'd be horrified knowing full well that I brought myself a Harley Davidson. I've had a couple, and I think they'd bring a tear to his eye. But, oh well, you've got to do what you've got to do, don't you?
That's it, mate. Well, your taste is your taste.
That's exactly right. Yes. Listens to the double bed down here. I can move in.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Well decked out, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
This is amazing.
That's the one that have the shower in the toilet.
This is a proper shower unit.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Proper shower unit. Got the instantaneous gas outside.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great. Works a treat. As I said, all I need now is a double bed down here and I can move in.
Oh yeah. Well, I would probably, if it had a double bed in it, I would move in. Fair dinkum. Yeah, it's got to be a guy's toilet because there's no mirror.
No, can't have a mirror. No, don't need one.
Where if it was proper, let's say a female,
No, that's right.
they'd be wanting a mirror.
There'd be mirrors everywhere.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, you can't have one of them.
All right, Scotty, we've had a look around your man cave. Very impressive. I'm impressed. I've seen a few man caves in my time, but I'm very impressed. I want to say thank you very much for giving me a call and letting me know to come down and have a look. I think that the combination of the new and old with the timber and the flooring and all the rest of it really blends in well. So you've done a top job, and it's a labour of love. So mate, well done.
I'm wrapped. It's still a little bit to go, but very, very happy with the outcome. As I said, try to mix the old with the new and be music memorabilia, a wall from your father, respect to him, and just a good area to have with friends. Like, as I said, got Mick and Paul here today and have a few beers, play a bit of pool, and yeah, thanks for coming, Rusty. Appreciate it.
No worries at all, mate. I want to say thank you very much for letting me come down and actually look at your man cave, because I think, in all honesty, it really inspires other people to do something with their man cave, no matter what their budget is. It doesn't matter. As long as you've got a space.
Make it your own.
Make it your own. Mate, I couldn't have said it better. Well done, mate. And on that note, actually, you didn't even open it for me. Hang on a sec. I was going for a bloody... All right, so from bumper to bumper from all of us at Scotty's Man Cave, cheers.
Cheers, guys.
That's all about. Woo. Yes, Al, what?
You want to hear a dad's joke?
I'd love to hear a dad joke.
Why did the tomato blush?
I don't know, Al. Why did the tomato blush?
Because it saw the salad dressing.
Ooh, that's a bit rude, isn't it? Okay, folks, that was another episode of Bumper to Bumper, the classic car TV show that's all about
People,
power.
passion.
I'm Rusty.
I'm Ella.
Good night. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like us on Facebook. Bumper to Bumper TV 350.
People, power, and passion, you know that is our deal. So tune into our TV show with Rusty at the wheel. Oh yeah! Oh, come on, Rusty. Slip in behind the wheel. It's all gassed up, ready to go. My favorite show, my favorite time of the week. Tune in to Bumper to